Hello. I'm still in the second macroeconomic objective, which is a low and stable rate of inflation. I've already done the causes of inflation, where I talked about demand pull and cost push inflation. Now we also have to talk about deflation, which is a persistent fall in the average price level. Okay, so let's talk about the diagrams related to deflation. So we need to distinguish between two types of deflation: bad deflation and good deflation. Now, I have the word bad between quotation marks because that's not actually a term in the IB economics syllabus. Okay, this is just a type of deflation that can be bad news for an economy. Notice I'm saying it can be bad news for an economy if the economy gets stuck in this deflationary spiral. All right. So bad deflation is caused by a decrease in aggregate demand from AD1 to AD2. All right. So anything that might cause a decrease in aggregate demand, like low consumer confidence, low business confidence, government contractionary fiscal and monetary policies, anything, higher taxes, anything that leads to a decrease in aggregate demand from AD1 to AD2 might be a cause of what we call bad deflation. As you can see, when aggregate demand decreases, the price level falls from PL1 to PL2, all right? And real GDP shrinks from Y1 to Y2. So the economy could enter a recessionary gap. This is also the same diagram for negative economic growth in the short term. Okay, so bad deflation is the type of deflation that accompanies what we call negative economic growth. Okay, the economy is in recession, and as a result, because of the decrease in real GDP, some jobs are destroyed, so unemployment rises. Unemployment rises. Now, if consumers, this is when it can become really bad news. If consumers and businesses start to expect deflation, okay, so they build their expectations and their plans in the future based on the expectation that the average price level will keep falling, they delay major purchases. Anybody that wants to buy a TV, a car, a new house starts to delay because that idea that they're expecting things to get cheaper over time, they delay major purchases. And this can trap the economy in what we call a deflationary spiral. An example of this is Japan from the mid 90s. Up until recently, Japan has been suffering from deflation that has been really hard to shake off, and it has lasted about 3 decades. Okay? So this is the diagram for what we call bad deflation. So if there's bad deflation, there must be good deflation. Again, notice the quotation marks because that term doesn't exist in the IB economics syllabus, that distinction. Okay? So what causes what we call good deflation? An increase in short-run aggregate supply from SRAS1 to SRAS2. This is a rightward shift, therefore it is an increase, but it is accompanied by a fall in the average price level from PL1 to PL2 and an expansion of real GDP from Y1 to Y2. Okay, this type of good deflation is, well, good because there's an increase in output. The economy experiences both growth in output and a fall in the average price level. So you can see here, there's a, smiley face with dollar signs. That was my choice to just show you that, everybody's happy. Unemployment falls, the price level falls, the economy grows. It's good news all around. Okay? This is another term that can be used to describe this situation, even though it's not part of the IB economics syllabus. This is what we call a positive supply shock. It's the opposite of a negative supply shock. Okay? For example, the microprocessor and the internet revolution in the 1990s, that was a very positive supply shock because a lot of tasks became much faster and businesses became more productive, and there was a sudden expansion in the economy's output. Okay? So let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. Once again, there's a worksheet attached in the video description. I will continue rolling out these videos for my channel members first for a period of time before I make them available to the public. Please like, share, subscribe, leave comments, become a channel member. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.